Hi everyone. I just want to give you an overview of week 7. We are using our previous understandings of the types of informal assessments that can be used to determine measurements of specific learning outcomes. We are also going to begin to understand how the data from these assessments can be utilized to form groupings. So by the end of week 7, you will have developed an understanding of the types of informal assessments available to determine measurement of specific learning outcomes. You will have determined which formative and summative assessments to use when planning for an interdisciplinary lesson. You will be able to demonstrate an understanding of how to use the data from assessments to inform instructional strategies in future planning. And you will be able to demonstrate an understanding of how data from assessments can inform grouping for future instruction. This week, your assigned readings are pages 182 through 197 in our text Subjects Matter, and this focuses on how to use textbooks efficiently. Also, from the Allen flip charts, please read List Group Label, Word Study Developing Content Vocab, Word Study How to Learn Content Vocab Through Context, Academic Notebooks Writing to Learn, and the Raft Writing. Again, those are all in the Allen flip charts. Now I want to take a look at our PowerPoint for this week. As you are aware, next week you will have a final exam. It will be open by midnight on Sunday of week 8, and it will close on the final Saturday at 11:59 of our course. The format of the exam, there are essay and short answer. You may use any materials that you have, notes, books, flip charts, anything that we've talked about, past PowerPoints, etc. Here is a study guide. If you are able to understand and discuss and apply the following concepts, you'll do just fine on that exam. No big deal. There are different types of formative reading assessments that teachers use. Anecdotal records, rubrics that are specifically tailored to the assignment, running records. And from those running records, you're able to look at that data and decide, okay, are students able to use meaning when reading? Are they using structure when reading? Or are they using visual cues? Do the words look similar when they make an error? There are fluency checks like DIBELS, exit and admit slips, strategies from our Allen flip charts. Here is a formative assessment video for you to view. And here are your first 3 PowerPoint response questions. A summative assessment video, and your last 3 PowerPoint response questions. Now, using data to form instruction. Okay, what can you do when you have this data? Well, you can form interest groups. You can have ability grouping, such as guided reading, cooperative learning groups, jigsaw, research. You might have a non-ability group. It could be based on behavior or some other reason. You may group students according to a short-term need. For example, it might be how to make predictions or how to determine vocabulary meaning. Lots of different ways you can use data to inform your instruction. Your research paper is due this week. Before you submit, please run it through a plagiarism checker. I know there is one on Grammarly. If you just Google free plagiarism checker, several of them pop up, and you can submit your paper to make sure that you haven't plagiarized anything. But you guys have been probably the best class that I have had since I started teaching at Mount Vernon with using APA and paraphrasing. So congratulations. But please run it through the checker before you submit. You will again submit to Moodle and Chalk and Wire. The research paper, there is a video presentation that goes with it. It is limited to 5 minutes. Look at the rubric for the details on the presentation element. If you have any questions about this, please reach out for me. I can't help you unless you ask questions. On Chalk and Wire, when you fill out your artifact reflection form, please be sure when you are asked for Ohio standards and SPA standards that you also have a sentence that defends your use of that standard. If you have questions about these standards, please reach out for me. Thank you.